welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time seeing one of my videos. Thank you so much for checking this out today. I'm really excited to share some tips and tricks I have for taking pictures in-game. One of my favorite things to do is personalize my Sims homes with pictures of their family and memories and things like that. So I really love to do this in my game, and I'm excited to share how I do it with you guys. So this is one example of some recent pictures I've taken of the family, and I like how there's a picture with all of them, and then we've got some that are, you know, still with like the collage of pictures, but they're a little bit easier because it's only 2 Sims. Another example is here when I took engagement photos of Ariel and Rudy, and you can tell this one is outdoors, so the lighting is a little bit different. It depends on what kind of picture I want. Sometimes I prefer to do it indoors where I can have, like, you know, a little more control of the lighting, but outdoor pictures are actually really beautiful too, and you can stage them really nice, so I like how those turned out. And here's another one with like this background and the sun. It looks really pretty. This one, these kinds of pictures you do have to like wait on the time of day and all that, so it can be a little more tricky. And then also Andrew was in preschool, so I did a picture for him when he was a toddler. So yeah, there's just some different ideas. It depends on what kind of gameplay you're playing. I really love family gameplay, and I love to take family photos when I can. But yeah, let me just jump in and show you kind of how I do that. So how I start out is actually I go ahead and do a save as file. I'll add a new save, and a lot of times I'll just call it like pictures. And I like to do a new save because I'm going to be doing a little bit of building, and I'm going to kind of mess up their home. So I don't want that to, you know, stay that way. So then I'm going to go into build mode, and I like to I'm just going to delete their pool actually, and build a new room. So yeah, we'll just build a room, and then we'll get some lighting. I typically just use these small saucer lights. I'll put in a few. And you can also get, if you have the Mosquito pack, I really like these lights here. So yeah, we'll just kind of do that. But for these pictures that I showed you first, I really just had wallpaper, and I focused on their outfits and the wallpaper and like the colors. But you can really have fun with it and do all kinds of different things depending on whatever picture you're taking or what it's for. So after you pick your wallpaper, or you've set up the stage, so you could even put like some you know, pictures down or some plants on the wall or whatever you want. But we're going to go to decorations, and we're going to go to the Sim teleporter. I will definitely link the pose player and the Sim teleporter and all of that if you're new to poses. So once you've got them down, and you need, you know, however many Sims you're going to be posing, you need the amount of those. So I'm just going to do 2 Sims for this demonstration. And then we're going to go to the Mosquito pack. Now you don't have to use the Mosquito pack, but I really like the tripod that it came with. We're going to go ahead and put that down. And then we can just use any camera really. The good thing about the tripod is you always have the highest quality photos, and you have a little more versatility when you're taking pictures. So if you do have Mosquito, I recommend using this, but you don't have to. So we've got it set up pretty good. It's going to be pretty basic. Now, if you have an extra Sim in your household, you can totally use them to take pictures, but a lot of times I use the whole household, so I don't have anyone extra. So what I like to do is actually add a Sim that I have in my gallery. I'm going to go ahead and go into CAS and add a Sim. So let's do that. So this is the Sim I normally use. I'll just add her to my household, and I'll have her take the pictures. Now, you don't really need a Sim with max skill if you have the Mosquito pack, because that tripod gives you the highest quality photos, but I still like to use the Sim, and she's always taking my pictures for all my Sims household, so I always just use her. But we're gonna get back into the game, and we'll start posing Ariel and Rudy. Okay, so we've got our Sims here. We've got Adeline to help us out. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport our Sims. We're just gonna do Ariel and Rudy and do like a couples pose. So we'll get them there. I am going to go ahead and turn these lights down a little bit. So we're just going to dim it a little bit. And you can also change the, you know, the color of it if you want different effects. I mean, you can really do all kinds of cool stuff with this, but I'm keeping it pretty basic just to show you how I do it. But we're going to pick a pose. This one's kind of cute where he's holding her face. So I think she would be Sim A. I can't really tell actually, but we'll see. We'll try it out. And then we'll have Rudy be Sim B. I'm not going to go over all the poses and everything. I know there's a bunch of videos on YouTube. I'll try to maybe find one and link it for you guys that goes over exactly how to do poses. But basically you just have to download them and select the poses you want. And normally they have to be in the exact same position. So Yeah, but I'll definitely try to link a video, but we're gonna have Rudy be Sim B. Once you hit play, they should just go into the pose, and I think I did the wrong Sims. So we will switch them really quick, and that's okay. You just have to go back and click the other Sim. So we'll actually have Rudy be Sim A, and then we'll have Ariel be Sim B. Okay, then you just have to close out of the one they're doing there. So there we go. And another thing I like to do that really helps out, if you have MC Command Center, you can easily change their outfits. So I really like to do that if I've given them a certain outfit. So we're going to do that really quick. But one reason I really like to use this is because when I'm doing wedding photos, sometimes I'll have the bride with her wedding dress, and then I'll have one outfit where she has her bouquet or, you know, any accessory that I want her to have, like a veil, whatever I've downloaded or using, and then another outfit where she doesn't have the bouquet, because some poses you need different accessories for. So that's a great way to use MC Command Center to change their outfit. But anyway, that's just a little hack. And then we're gonna have Adeline come teleport here and take some pictures. So taking pictures is pretty simple. You know, I like to zoom in as much as possible because I really like to see the features. So I also do a variety of sizes as well, because you can size down pictures in Build By. So that is something good to know. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't really rotate. I feel like you used to be able to rotate the camera, like when Moschino first came out, but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, we'll just take a few pictures. So then we'll go into Adeline's inventory and just bring the pictures out and see what we think. So it definitely looks pretty bright. You can't really see the wallpaper. So we'd probably tone down the lighting a little bit more. We could also maybe put a color on it and see if that changes the effects. I do recommend maybe taking larger photos because you can always size them down. And sizing up the small photos, sometimes the quality doesn't look quite right. So that is something I would recommend, but I think we've got some more pictures here. Let's check these out. Okay, yeah, you can definitely see the wallpaper a little bit better here. So that you can just kind of play around with it. You can do different kinds of poses. You can do an outdoor photo. The only thing is, yeah, the lighting does change. So I'm just going to delete this, and we can kind of just delete everything here. But with outdoor photos, you're just going to want to kind of stage the area. I like to do a lot of greenery and things like that. And you don't really need the lights anymore. I don't think it really changes it up. But let's try one more time now that we're outdoors. So maybe we'll do this pose here. We'll do the female 5 for Ariel, and then Rudy can do the male 5, I believe it would be. Okay, so we've got a new pose here. Let's try taking some more pictures. And now we're with like the natural lighting outdoors, so it's gonna look a little different. It really depends on what you want, but I think it looks nice outdoors too. It's just you have to be a little more finicky with the lighting and everything. And one good thing is you can like switch the angles easily out here. Okay, so we'll go here on this wall and check these out. It definitely looks nice with the lighting, the like natural lighting. So it's really what you want, what kind of pictures you're going for, but you can also add some frames and things like that. So those are some basic couples photos. Now, if you are wanting to do a lot of Sims, it can be really tricky to find poses for so many Sims at once, and also really frustrating to get them all posed at the same time. I've definitely tried to do that, and it is challenging. So that is why I like to kind of make collages rather, and like add pictures together. So 2 Sims in a pose is a lot easier than like 4 or more Sims. So that's why I like to kind of break it up and do collages like this. So for that, you would just place down 2 more teleporters, and you can even make the background different, but I do like it to kind of match and be cohesive. That's just my preference. But we're gonna get these guys to kind of go sit over there, and then we'll try to teleport the kids over. So I've got these really cute child and toddler poses. We're gonna try that. So we'll have Andrew be the child, of course, and then Aiden will be the toddler. So they should snap into the poses soon. Oh no, Andrew totally did not want to be in that. So maybe you have to have them in a pretty good mood, but let's try that again. Andrew's, oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. One thing you can do too to make things a little easier, especially if you're taking a lot of photos, is go into gameplay options and turn off autonomy. That can help with the Sims, you know, not doing random things that they want to do. So let's take some pictures of these guys. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's take a few pictures. And the good thing about being outdoors is you can kind of change up the angle, which is nice. In the room, it's a little bit harder to do that. But yeah, you could totally kind of change the angle a little bit if they're looking, you know, a different way. So you can get a different perspective. Like that's really cute. But those should work out pretty good. But yeah, this is a lot easier to do it this way than trying to find and use poses for like 4+ Sims. So you can kind of like arrange these in different ways so they go together. So I like to find the pictures that I like the most. And so we'll have that one, even though Rudy's head's a little cut off. And then maybe we'll like size this one down and do something like that. So there, yeah, we've got some pictures here. You can also always add the filters. I don't normally use them that much. So after you're done taking all your pictures, what I like to do is build a small room, and let's put a light in it, maybe a few. And then what I'll do is I'll actually add the pictures that I want. Normally I add all of them and then kind of determine the ones I like afterwards, but this one I'm just going to add a few. Now, if you remember, we're in a separate save file, so we actually need to get back to our original save file and bring our pictures there. So what I do is I will actually save this room. So we'll save room to the gallery, pics of Rudy, Ariel, or you know, whatever you want to title it, just so you remember. So once you have it titled, you can just save room to my library. But once you get back to your original save file, you'll just go into build mode and place the room from your gallery and then put your photos in your house. So I believe it is considered custom content though, so that is something to keep in mind when you do this. I don't know if that's just because I use custom content or not, but yeah, you'll just place this on your build in your original save file, add those pictures to your home or however you want, and then you're good to go. You can just delete the room afterwards and all the pictures you didn't want. And then that way too, you don't have to worry about messing up anything in their home because you're just gonna not play with this save file afterwards. But anyway, I do want to show you guys some more examples of pictures I've taken in my game and kind of give you ideas of how I've used different poses and pictures. So because I play with such a large legacy and there's so many Sims, I like to take pictures of a lot of them and keep memories of them. So this is one example of when I did that. Here's like a collage that I did one fall. And I've just grouped like the different households together and I've just added them all together. So instead of doing a huge group photo of so many Sims doing so many poses at once, I've got, you know, little family photos here and they all work together though. It was at a little pumpkin patch lot that I downloaded and it was super cute and I think it turned out really well. And we've got like the kids here in like a little a little wheelbarrow and some like pictures that they drew. But anyway, so that's an example of being able to break it down into like smaller households or like 1 or 2 Sims instead of like 8 Sims or more. So here's another example of taking a bunch of pictures of Sims and kind of keeping them all together. This I was just trying to get all my legacy Sims together in one space. I definitely have a lot more work to do on it, but this was a start and this just shows how you can kind of collage a bunch of Sims together. And here's some wedding photos. Now this was actually like they were doing interactions and I had someone take pictures as they were like hugging or as they were getting married, literally. And that was kind of tricky. I mean, it definitely is when you're not using poses, but it is doable and I don't know, it looks really cute. But that was Finn and Leah's wedding and I think they turned out good. So here are some more photos. Now at Aurora and Deacon's wedding, I actually did have like a photo booth that I took pictures in for the guests and all that. So that's what I did there. That was a little bit different than what I normally do. So here was the photo booth and they took a picture together. You know, they don't always turn out as good as when you use poses from like CC, but it's still kind of cute. So here was a pose that I used from CC, and then this is the photo booth pose. So yeah, I don't know. They both are cute though. And here's some engagement photos that I took of them. Now this was with the tool mod. I'll go ahead and link that as well, but I don't use that one as often. This was really tricky to get pictures taken over here. But I think they turned out so good, so I'm happy I was able to do it because that is like over here on these I took them. So that was pretty tricky to get a camera out there and get them posed because you have to place the teleporters. Otherwise, if you don't get them on the exact same spot, the poses don't always work. But here's some more pictures. I did use poses for all of these Sims, but I just had, you know, pose for this couple, and I placed them together and took pictures. I will try to link some of my favorite pose creators. I definitely love ratboysims. They make some amazing poses and a good variety. These are some of my favorite poses here because they're pretty generic and they work for any sim. Like these couple photos are super awesome for any kind of picture really. And also then you have ones for like solo poses, so it's easy to just add a sim into a pose. So yeah, these are super awesome because there's a lot of solo poses for adults and kids and toddlers, so it's easy to just add in a little teleporter for a pose and you can get, you know, multiple sims there instead of finding a certain pose for, you know, one toddler and two kids and a cat, you know. It can be hard to do that, so I like to just use these generic ones to add in any sims I need to. I also like Katverse. They do some amazing poses, so I'll definitely try to link you guys some pose creators that I really, really like. Well, I think that's about it for how I take pictures. I hope that helps, and I hope I didn't leave anything out. I was kind of all over the place, but I love to take pictures for my Sims homes, and I think it just makes it so much more homey, and it's so nice to look back at them and, you know, remember the different events in their life and stages. But yes, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to help you out as much as I can, and I'll try to link everything that I can for you guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!